Felicitous greetings, fellow fanatics. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Fanatic, and today we're going to be taking a look at Plants vs. Zombies, a tower defense title by Flying Bear Entertainment and PopCap Games. Who is Flying Bear Entertainment, you ask? They're a small company that developed Plants vs. Zombies for PopCap, and before that, Insaniquarium. More recently, some of the team has moved on to work on Octogeddon as an indie project. As I mentioned before, my nephew's birthday is coming up, and I gave him the opportunity to choose what game I would review this week. It came as little surprise to me that he ended up choosing his favorite game, which is Plants vs. Zombies. In Plants vs. Zombies, you'll rapidly be planting various plants and fungi in order to defend your house from waves of zombies that are attempting to eat your brain. Luckily, these plants pack quite a bit of punch. You'll start out with basic pea shooters, which are about as effective as their name suggests, and simply shoot forward in a straight line. But you'll eventually get access to a wide variety of others, including sunflowers to produce sunlight, which is used as your currency in this game, massive mushrooms which can hit multiple enemies in a straight line, starfruit which fires shots in multiple directions, walnuts and pumpkins that form defensive fortifications for your more fragile plants, cattails from which no zombie can escape, watermelons that do heavy splash damage, corn that will sometimes lob butter to stun the zombies, and many more. But you have to be careful, as zombies likewise have different varieties that will attack you. At first it'll simply be those with cones or buckets on their head for protection, but as the game goes on, you'll have zombies that will vault over plants, burrow underground, summon other zombies for a disco party, or even attempt to pave ice over your garden with the Zomboni. No, that's not me making a pun, they actually went there. As the game progresses, you'll have a minigame to change things up every 5th level, and after every 10th level, you'll have a change of scenery that modifies the rules. You'll start out in the front yard during the day, with sunlight dropping from the top of the screen every once in a while to give a small boost to your early economy. But then you'll transition to night levels, where you lack sunlight, but can use mushrooms. You'll also have to deal with graves popping up, which can spawn more zombies if not dealt with. Once you're done with that, you'll head to the backyard as the sun rises once again. Mushrooms can't be used during daytime levels as they fall asleep unless given a coffee bean, which you won't get until much later in the game. To make matters worse, you'll need to place lily pads down before you can place most plants in the pool, though luckily, fewer zombies are equipped to attack via the water lanes. After that, night will come once more, and a dark fog will cloud your vision. You'll still be able to place plants in the obscured region, but you won't be able to see what's going on. To counter this, you'll be able to place lanterns to reveal a segment of the screen, or use clovers as massive fans which will temporarily reveal the entire map, and push away any annoying zombies that tried to fly in with balloons. Finally, the zombies will chase you to the rooftop. Due to the angle, many plants won't be able to shoot at zombies unless they're in the first few rows, but you'll start getting new plants which lob things in catapult-like fashion to counteract this. As the game progresses, zombies will drop coins and gems. If you've ever played Flying Bear Entertainment's earlier game, Insaniquarium, you'll find that they're quite familiar in both appearance and sound effects. You can use these to purchase items from Crazy Dave, who will occasionally help you along your journey. He might not be all there in the head, but he has some useful tools for fending off zombies, including upgrading the number of plants you can bring into a level, allowing you to purchase new plant types, including upgrades that'll power up existing plants, and eventually items to help you grow your Zen garden. More on that in a little bit. He's quite the character and certainly lives up to his name, but who else are you going to buy stuff from after the zombie apocalypse hits? The game's story mode will last you 50 levels, but there's a plethora of post-game content to enjoy. You're certainly not going to be able to buy all of Crazy Dave's Twiddy Dinkies after a single run of story mode. In addition to a New Game Plus, you'll also have the option of 20 different mini-games, 2 different puzzle modes, a survival mode, and the aforementioned Zen garden. Minigames involve a bunch of very unique challenges. Some are harder versions of those found in the game's story mode, such as Walnut Bowling or Whack-A-Zombie, but you'll also have plenty of new material too, such as a slot machine game, trying to make a giant star out of starfruit, and even playing a spoof of Insaniquarium. I really do need to review that one someday. Puzzle mode comes in 2 varieties. Vase Breaker, where you have to open up vases which will contain either a plant or a zombie. Vases won't break themselves, but if you find zombies early on, you'll quickly need to rush to find some plants, which can lead to some tense situations if you're unlucky. Meanwhile, in iZombie, you'll switch things up and control the zombie invasion, trying to eat 5 brains while using as few zombies as possible to do such. Then you have Survival Mode, which could be considered the culmination of the game's standard mechanics. Over a series of 10 flags, you'll build up your defenses, with a break after every second flag so that you can change your loadout of plants if you need to. Survive 10 waves, and you win. Except in endless mode, where things simply keep going until you're eventually overwhelmed. Unlike story mode, your plants will carry over from one level to the next in survival, so get that economy up and running quickly so you can bring out more expensive plants in the later rounds. And finally, you have the Zen Garden, a relaxing mode where you'll simply tend to plants, growing them and collecting money that they drop. And in yet another throwback to Aquarium, Stinky the Snail returns to help collect money for you once again. There's not much to say here. As you complete levels, you'll sometimes get random sprouts you can raise here, and you'll need to tend your garden with water, fertilizer, pesticides, and phonographs. As this is my nephew's favorite game, I've asked Kayden on here to answer a few questions. I'll be giving my own opinions as well, and I'd also like to know what you think. Be sure to leave comments down below giving your own answers if you'd like. Firstly, what's your favorite plant? I myself really enjoy using the winter melon. It is quite expensive, but very much worth it with both heavy damage, area of effect, and slowing down enemies when it hits them. I find it absolutely essential for getting through the more difficult survival modes.
Repeater because it shoots in 3 lanes.
Next, what zombie is the most annoying to fight against? For me, it's the Bungie zombies. They can strike anywhere at any time, and I hate giving up valuable garden space for those umbrella plants to protect from them.
The bucket head because it's hard to knock off its bucket.
Which of the 5 main level types is your favorite to play? For myself, I'd have to go with the daytime pool levels. I really enjoy using the cattails, and the extra lane gives another layer of strategy that's not there in other levels.
The daytime pool because I like putting plants in the water.
And finally, what's your favorite minigame? For me, I'd have to choose Zombotany. The strange chimeras of zombies and plants are a lot of fun to defend against. It requires some very different strategies from how I would normally play.
Bowling, but I think knocking down the zombies is fun.
All in all, Plants vs. Zombies is an enjoyable and engaging experience. The basics are simple enough that you can sit down and jump right into it. There's plenty of depth beneath the surface for those who really want to dig into it. It does get a little monotonous after a while, but the game's levels are short enough that you can play one and enjoy it without ever worrying that it'll overstay its welcome. And just in case it does, you can save and quit at any time, picking right up where you left off. There's a wide variety of strategies you can approach the game with. The various levels and zombie types mean that you can't just get stuck in a single way of winning. In conclusion, I find that Plants vs. Zombies holds up quite well and is worthy of a respectable 8.6 out of 10. Plants vs. Zombies is available for a number of different platforms, including PC, Android, and iOS. For interest in purchasing or learning more, links are included in the description. But what about you? What do you think of Plants vs. Zombies? Have you tried Aquarium? If you have any questions, remarks, or opposing points of view, leave them in the comments down below. And please remember to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell. Until next time, farewell, fellow fanatics. Thank you again for watching. I have plenty more to share with you if you're interested. You can click up here above my head to subscribe to my channel. You can click over here on my monitor to see the most recent video that I've worked on. Or if you prefer, you can click up here to open this mysterious vault and see what video that the YouTube algorithm has picked just for you.